I will welcome you in the third part or the third episode in our talking in sexual harassment or sexual abusing or sexual problems in general, how to deal with it. Um, we stopped last time at the point which is the principles of positive and successful parental sexual education. We did agree that I just am going to remind you by the main points we did agree about. We did agree about there is difference between sex and psychological sex. Psychological sex is derives from society and religion. That's why it's different from one society to another. There is a difference between sex and gender identity. Sex is physical. Gender identity is related also to societal traditions, what's permitted in each society and their beliefs. That's why also it's different from one society to another. We have differences and between all the societies, between all of us as human beings, even even sometimes inside the same society, we have to accept and understand those differences. It's very important to understand why other people are acting like this. Understanding each other will help us will help us a lot to deal in much better way. So now we talk about the principle of how parents could educate their kids sexually, correctly, and in a positive way, because we agree that parents, they are the main defense for their kids, the main wall of defense to defend their kids. Prevention, to prevent this, it's the responsibility of parents, not other one responsibility. And kindly do not leave this responsibility to any other one. It's you and you and you, because you have your kid since he was born, and you're going to begin to educate him around, since he was born, you're going to tell him everything, but talk about sexual things and what's permitted, and don't do this and don't do this, do not do that. It's going to be around 3 years old, how we are going to explain now. Okay. Principles of positive and successful parental sexual education or raising. Number one, it's home climate. Number two, it's how parents deal with sexual matters, how parents are dealing with such a thing. And this here we have a huge problem. Third, things that must be taught to our kids. We'll take each part or each principle alone. Home climate in general. What we are going to say now is going to help us to have a positive and correct education or raising to our children in all the aspects, not only sexual. At any home, relationship between parents are very important. Respect between parents. This is we talked about, but it was only in Arabic, unfortunately, because it was directed to parents. As we said, if you remember, or if you did hear this, that in past, when we talk about relationship between wife and husband, please return to this part. There were, I think, 2 or 3 parts. It's very important because you are the example before your kid. Simply, he is learning from you how to deal with other people, how to deal with anybody. He is just a mirror. He is just a reflection of what you are doing together as parents. At home, if parents are dealing with each other in a nice way, gentle way, talking with respect, at least when we have fight, don't fight before children. This is we explained in the episode of wives and husbands. violence, any kind of violence, physical or verbal. طبعا verbal I can't, physical it's forbidden. But all these different kinds of violence is really very badly affecting our kids. So, if you are fighting together, if parents are fighting together, are having verbal violence, or maybe it will reach physical violence, so do not expect that your kid is going to feel safe. How is going to feel safe while there is always fighting, there is no secure at home? And in such a case, he will never talk with you, because already by this way, parents will not have time to raise their kids positively. So, respect, love, kindness, any kind of violence, not forbidden. Don't discuss your problem before your kids. You have your own room. You can do whatever inside. Don't discuss it before kids. They are kids, they are children. It will make them feel insecure. Do not kindly make comparison between your kid and his brother or sister or his cousin or his neighbor or his colleagues. Do not make comparison. It's very important to have a positive and correct rating, including sexual rating. Sexual rating is the most difficult part of raising or education. So if you don't succeed in the other kind of education, you will not reach Aslan from the beginning sexual education. Because sexual education needs very good relationship between you as parents first, then between you and children. This affecting this, and parents relationship between each other, affecting your relationship with your kid. The way we talk about our kid before other people, especially if he is there, even if he is not there or she is not there, we must talk in a positive way, and you don't have to talk about your kid in a negative way before others. Why we do this? If you want to have a help from professional, you can make it, but this is a different thing. But while we are sitting in the club or in a family meeting, we make our main concern to talk about our kids and how badly they are acting or doing, or this is not correct. This is very badly affecting them, even if they do not express themselves. It's still very badly affecting them. Okay? As we said, if we had a professional help, it's something else. Even from your husband or wife could have professional help from their mothers or father, which are going to be grandmother and grandfather of the kid. It could be, yes, but not before the kid and not in public. Just you and your mother and father. That's it, خلاص. This is very much related to behavior modification also. If you have, if your kid have any problem in his reaction in his behavior, and it's really a problem, which means that it lasts for quite a long time and repeated in different cases, and we have certain ways to deal with it. Kindly also return to this part. We have talked about how to raise our kids in behavior modification. It was also, I think, in Arabic only because it was directed to parents. Anyway, this is the home climate in general, to have a positive and correct climate for our kids raising in general and sexual raising. For raising in general, to raise our children correctly and positively in general, and sexually in particular. So, at home, everybody is respecting each other. We are respecting each other as parents. We are respecting our kids. Respecting our kids, yes, he has his own personality. We talk with him the way we like him to talk to us. The same way. If you please, kindly, yes, we must use the same terms, the same words we want them to use with us. Simply. They are just a mirror. We are not going to ask them, do this, do that. We must be good examples. You know, the best way to teach anyone is to be a good example of what you are saying. By this way, you are going to educate him 100% correctly and with less effort. But if we say something and we do something else, really it's not correct at all. Second principle: how do parents do parents deal with sexual matters? How are we supposed to answer? Unfortunately, in our society, many parents refuses to talk about sexual matters with their kids. If the kid wants to ask about anything, or even a simple thing, or whatever, the parents' reaction could be really very difficult and very hard and very nervous and no, don't talk about this. This is not permitted. This is what we are doing. Many are not correct, because when we have this bad reaction, this harsh reaction, the kid will never ask us again. He will understand that this is a forbidden area. He will not try to come near this area again with you as parents, but he will go with others. With others, it could be caregivers, it could be colleagues, it could be good, could be bad, could be the dead. It's according to our luck. It's like we are throwing our kids in the sea. Do not come. I can't talk with you about this. So what, yani? Notice kindly. Here, this is very important. Asking about sexual matter is a good and a normal sign. It's a good and a normal sign. Yani, this is normal and a very good sign. While not asking, supposed to make us wonder why. So if your kid come and ask about any sexual thing, kindly answer. Yes, you answer according to his age, to circumstances, but answer. And do not, you must control your temper. And now I will talk to you, I will tell you the 5 main rules about this. But we have to know that asking about sexual matters is a good and normal sign. While not asking, make us wonder why. Now, one is not talking about this. This is a question. But asking is normal. The rules of answering our children in sexual matters and talking with them in sexual matters. We must use the daily routine. We must be smart, patient, and wise. I'm going to read them and then explain it to you. Use the daily routine. Be smart, patient, and wise. You must know how and when to begin any discussion. Okay? Usually we begin around 3 years old. Answer frankly and gradually according to his age. Control your temper and do not show that you are surprised. Give your kid the feeling that you do trust him and always you will be there for him. Okay, so what we are talking about here. In dealing and explaining the sexual information to the kid, we must try to explain to our kid sexual information earlier. Do not wait until it happened or he come and ask, which means around 3 years old, around could be a little bit earlier, later, according because we have individual differences, but around 3 years old we begin to talk about sexual matters, which means we begin to talk to him. Do not this area and this area is It's not permitted for anyone to see it, and of course not to touch it. We can use the daily routine when he's entering to bathroom. Yeah, of course, parents they're supposed to be the only ones when they are at this age to go with them, to help them. If you can do this as a parent, kindly find somebody that you really trust, could be brother and sister. Yeah, don't go far away. But parents, they're supposed to be the one who helping the kids, only parents. We are talking now scientifically. So, when you help him inside the bathroom, cover your body. Don't go out from the bathroom naked like this. It's not correct. It's not permitted. When he's taking a shower, nobody is permitted to go with him. Only you as a mother or a father can go with him inside the bathroom, and always remind him, you can't, nobody can come with you, because he could simply say, my friend will come with me, we'll play by water. No, you say no, because this area and this area is not permitted to, it's not permitted to be seen by anybody, and of course nobody will touch it. We'll use the daily routine in a very nice and very gentle way, not in a frightened way. Yeah, I will not say, no, nobody will go. This is wrong. This is not permitted. This is will make him afraid. Yani, why you talk like this? Talk normally, normal, and control your temper. Even if you say something that it was really surprising you, control your temper. Do not show that you are surprised. We must be very accepting to whatever the kid is saying, because as I said, he must feel safe and secure to come talk to us about anything he will say, he will see, or maybe he will be exposed to. We don't know. Our kids are going outside in different places. They are not living with us all the time, so they must feel secure to come to talk with us in anything, especially sexual things. So I will use a daily routine to explain to them what's permitted, what's not permitted, according to their age. If he asks about anything, kindly do not answer like fans, like something come from the space. Which means, for example, some kids are asking, how did I come to this world? We have different stories in different culture. They are just all like stories which are very, I don't know how to say it, but really it's not good. We must answer frankly but gradually, according to his age, according to the circumstance, but frankly. How did I come to the world? You were in your mommy belly, and then when you grow up, you come. Different things. Yeah, I'm just giving you an example. It's not it's the only way, but anyway, it must be related to what's really happening, what's really alive, but in according to his age. Yeah, for example, when you talk to a kid 3 years old, not like 4, not like 6, not like 9. It's different in different sexual things, not only this question. So that's why we must be very smart, and very wise. We must know how to begin, and where we begin, and when we will stop discussion. Not stop, when we will end. Yeah, and kindly be very smart at this point. When you end the discussion, or you make it in a way that it's not stop point, and it's not full stop. No, you discipline, and then okay, let's go do this, let's go do this. Nicely and wisely. We must be smart, wise, patient. So we talk with our kids, yes, as possible as can. We are going to be the beginner. We explain to them this area is not permitted. We can use pictures, we can use dolls, we can whatever, cartoon. You can choose the most appropriate way to explain it to your kid. There are no rules in psychological things. We give you just the main principles, and then you act according to the circumstances, what's available to 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 which thing is more appropriate to your kid. Kids are different. So we talk to them about everything. This area can't be, this area is not permitted to anybody to. By this way, he now he know that this is his own area. Nobody is permitted to see it or to touch it. So he's going to protect himself. And when we have good relationship inside him, he's going to talk and express if anything happens. And also by this way, he would respect the privacy of others. Also, he's not going to look to others' sexual part, because he knows, or he will not try to touch it, because he knows now this area is not permitted to see or to touch. Okay? Very important point here. Give your kid the feeling that you do trust him and always you will be there for him. This is very important. This is very related to the climate inside the home. If you always talk with your kid, making him feel secure, talking with him in different things, do not give harsh reaction, do not be nervous, do not. He will feel safe. He will come and talk to you. If he did a lie for once, and by the way, kids most of the time do not mean real lying, because according to this, until this age, after 3 years or maybe a little bit more, it's just imagination. They could be mixed between imagination and real things, so they don't real meaning lie. Anyway, even if he didn't tell you what was happening, just take it as let it go, as we say. Don't stop at it and remind them always. Remember, you did lie this time, and no, just be intelligent, just ignore it, just be with your kid, because if you lose the trust, he will not come and tell you anything. He will not come and tell you anything. Right. Number 3, things must be taught to our kids. There are some things we already talked that we have. We have already told them that this area is not permitted, that you will do this and do this and etc. This picture could explain this. I can give them a picture like this. So this area is not permitted to be seen or touched by anybody. This special and this special. I could have another picture which is just mentioning to this and this. And this area also is not permitted to be seen or touched by anybody. For boys, also did the same. Yes, we must talk with our kids, frankly. Yes, it's not bad. It's great. Yeah, by the way, it's a great thing to tell them to protect them. Prevention way is much better than dealing with the problem after it happens. Okay, let's talk about things must be taught to our kids next time. Thank you, and till the next episode. Goodbye.